The race doesn't start when the light goes green. Neither does it start when you step on the gas. The real race starts while modifying the car.
Hey, my name is Benecke, professional iRacing driver. If you always hit the same lap time but you don't finish first, stay tuned. Before the race, you should ask yourself, am I consistently hitting my fastest lap time? If the answer is yes, then it's definitely time to get into setting up your car and make it even faster.
And even if your answer isn't yes, a custom setup doesn't hurt and is definitely the thing that helps you squeeze out additional time.
If you try out a new car, make sure to get used to it before making any adjustments. Each car has its own unique characteristics to get familiar with.
But let's start our setup with the one thing that is quite universal to each and every car: the tires. The tire pressure influences a car's performance a lot. More pressure means around the tire. Although this sounds like a great thing at first, it may raise issues. You have less rolling resistance, but at the same time you also lose grip.
The right balance is key to success, but to get there you have to drive and experiment. Select the track for which you want to optimize the tire setup for and go for some laps. As soon as the tires are warmed up and you are finishing some good laps, take note of the fastest lap time. Now we start to increase the tire pressures and check how the car behaves. Is it driving better or worse? If you feel an improvement, great. Try to increase the tire pressures a bit more to again see if your performance gets better.
If it got worse, you should try the opposite. Decrease the tire pressure and test till you find the best setting for you.
As a general rule of thumb, on tracks with lots of low-speed corners such as Okayama, you will want to have relatively low pressures. Compared to high-speed circuits like Spa, the downforce generated by the car on Okayama is fairly low, and therefore the loads on the tires are lower.
At the track with lots of high-speed corners, you want to run higher pressure to increase grip in high-load situations.
Okay, our tires are set, but we're not done yet. Next, we take a closer look at the ride heights.
As the name implies, you adjust how far off the ground your chassis is going to be. The ride height consists of two different aspects: the static height and the dynamic height. We customize the static height in the garage, but the dynamic height is the actual ground clearance while the car is moving. A lower center of gravity comes with a low ride height. If you go too low though and hit the curb, your car may very well hit the ground, lose a lot of speed in the process, and may get damaged. So be careful to not lower it too far.
The ride height depends on many factors. The pressures in your tires affects it, as well as the amount of fuel you got left. So depending on your overall settings, the ride height may change a bit during long races.
You can counterbalance it with stiffer springs, but these also impact the overall feel of the car and the drive height, so be careful and fine-tune your height a last time before hitting the pedal to the metal.
iRacing or other simulations in general give you a lot of options to adjust your car, and we could go on for hours discussing changes. But for now, your car is optimally adjusted for the track you're going to drive. Nothing stands between you, the first place, and the new best lap time. So go and win the game.